Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. My name is Kylie, and this is Mal, and we are here to we're trying to work out some technical details before we try and stream for you, so that way we're not working out technical details while we stream. But yeah, so hi.
Okay, so first of all, I just have to make this comment. Your hair is perfect.
Thank you.
It
Thank
looks
you.
so good.
Thank you.
Everybody's going to be so
They're
confused
so
because
confused.
everything
And
in our
it's all
stuff
different
has you
now.
with red hair.
Literally just changed yesterday. I am a ginger. I am a natural ginger. And my lovely friend Sydney, I told her, I was like, I want to do something different because, when we all deal with emotions and other things that we have no control over, what do? We change our hair. So, it's what you do.
Why do
Um,
you think it's green?
so I
No,
was
like a good life journey got me to green hair.
it's fine. I'm dealing with the loss of a family member and
Yeah.
anxiety and depression. So I was like, let's change my hair. We were gonna do a lighter gray, but it wasn't working, so we went with this charcoal color. So now I feel all spooky and witchy and
You're already
vampy.
ready for Halloween. And
I'm
let's
so
face
ready.
it, that's the very first thing we're decorating for once we move in
It's
together.
true. It's
So
true. Um,
I'm ready for it. Also, shout out to all of those with anxiety and depression disorders like we have. And please take your medication.
it's important.
Yeah, it's important.
It's
You remind
important.
me every night to take my
I
medication
do.
because
I do.
I can't just form object permanence on my medication. And I don't understand why.
I even
So
gave you a pill organizer so you could just sit it right next to
you
you.
you did, and that's why I remember because I keep it on this table
And you see it. See?
and I see it, but then you
Mm-hmm.
also every night before you go to bed go, please take your medication. And then I'm like, yes, let me
Yeah.
take my medication really quick.
Mostly because I keep mine on my nightstand and I see it and I'm like, oh, I need to take my medication.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
you need to take your medication.
Yes.
I'm glad we're
And
starting
I
this out with
do.
talking about medication and mental illness.
Look,
Feels
we want to
appropriate.
create like a very safe environment for people to know that like all is cool here, you know?
Oh goodness. All right. So just a little bit about us. My lovely friend Naeem, who you guys will meet in a little less than 2 weeks, got a hold of me toward the end of 2019 and said, "Hey, I want to get a D&D group together. I want to try DMing for the first time." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, count me in. Let's do it." And he had asked a few people. I'd pulled in a couple different people, and we just made some characters. And he had created this whole huge universe and world building and story and homebrewed all of it using D&D 5e mechanics. And we had so much fun, and we got to the end of the first chapter of that campaign, and he needed a little bit of time to keep working on chapter 2 to really flesh it out and finish it. So he put out in the group to see if anyone wanted to run like a one shot or a module or something just in the meantime, so we could keep playing, so we'd stay on this, basically so we would stay on a schedule, because anyone who plays D&D knows that sometimes it's nearly impossible to get your entire group together. Mal and I also play in a monthly game with a few of different friends, and there are only 4 of us.
And it's so hard to coordinate
And
everything
it's the most difficult to coordinate us all on a Sunday for
on
a
a
block of
single
four
Sunday of
hours.
any month.
Yeah. So,
There's like never one that lines up, or
but
we just sort of make it
we've
work.
we've made it work. Um, but yeah, so we have done an amazing job at sticking to getting together every Thursday. I will toot my own horn. I brought Malin um, to our
Yes,
group.
I was not in this group before, but it's been
No.
super lovely to be playing with you all.
Yeah.
When did we start Avernus? Like
I can tell you
April?
in
I have it written
my
in my journal.
notebook
Yeah,
that
it's
I
it
keep
is in
all
my
of the
journal on my
notes in.
iPad.
The first day we started playing Avernus was April 29th.
I knew it was around there, yeah.
April
So
29th.
I've been playing with you all officially since April 29th.
Yeah.
And it's been super lovely. I love all of you very much. I was super lucky that they were all willing to like basically take a chance on me because nobody knew me but Kylie, and they were all like, "I mean, yeah, sure. If you think she's cool, she's probably fine." Um, and nobody kicked me out yet, so I guess I'm doing okay.
Well, you're awesome. So I
Oh,
knew they
thank
would all love you.
you. You're the
Um,
best.
but yeah, so brought Malin, we just kind of threw her in. Um, and it's been great. Our wonderful DM that you will be again meeting, everybody else that you will be meeting. Ryan is currently DMing a module of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus for us.
Yes.
And of course, we have been filling it with shenanigans, um, like you do.
I mean, look, I introduced myself to the group by stealing all of Cora's money, which is played by Naeem. And then Cora refused to let me give it back. We've robbed, or I've stolen from multiple people. And then we did the casino thing that night, and I kept rolling 21s, and everybody was like, "You're a cheater," and I was like, "I swear I'm not." So I just currently Jade's sitting on top of a pile of money,
That
but she
we
doesn't really
just
know what to do with.
we just keep throwing around. So you will meet everyone. Also on our social medias, we will be doing. Not only have we been doing cast introductions, but we will also hopefully be putting out some player introductions, so you can actually know who our characters are. And all of that fun stuff, character art and all of that.
Yeah,
Speaking of art, Mal does all of our art. Please, please,
I
please, please
do.
support her. She is wonderful.
Oh,
Everything you see other than our faces has been done by Mal. All of our overlays, all of our images, all of our logos, everything she has done, and it's been a brilliant process. So thank you for that. We love you
of
very much.
course. I love all of
Um,
you very much, and it's really cool to be able to use my art skills in like this sort of way. Obviously, like on my own channel, I made all of those overlays and things like that, but I have never done overlays and stuff until I did that. And like all of my art background like started in like painting and things like that, and then switched over to digital, and like I started designing for video games. And so now it feels very cool to be able to design for those that stream video games and now stream tabletop RPGs because that's what we do.
we do what we can. Um,
Although I do think one night it would be very funny, like after we play Descent into Avernus for a while, if we all had like a Jackbox party night of the seven of us, just to see the chaos that would ensue.
yes. So the campaign that started all of this is very serious. All of our characters are very seriously invested in this um, campaign, and a lot of our characters are the straight characters, like there's not a lot of humor, there's not a lot of shenanigans. We're just like trying to get through this and get it done. Most of our shenanigans come from our NPCs that Naeem runs for us. RIP to some of our shenanigan NPCs that we lost at the end of chapter 1. Um, and one player character that we lost toward the end of chapter 1
Oh,
as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
poor
sad
Ryan.
story. I
Poor
wasn't there
Ryan.
for that, but poor Ryan.
Yeah, he made up a new character and just jumped right back in. We also lost Zach's character toward the very beginning because his job situation changed, which
Yeah.
changed his availability, and we had to murder his character. I
It's
couldn't
just
tell if
like
it was real or
casual
not.
murder,
Well, his
but
character got like possessed, okay? And I couldn't tell if it was real or not. Like if Naeem was just messing with us, like we had to figure out how to save him from the possession. Like if we were just going to kind of put his character on the back burner until we could figure out maybe a new um meeting time, a new whatever, or maybe he jumps in every once in a while, you know, when he has time.
Yeah.
But his character just kept attacking us, and I was trying to do non-lethal damage, and everybody else was doing lethal damage. I was like, guys, don't kill Zach's character. And then finally made the real connection that this was real, and that there was no saving of Zach's character. So I murdered him. I felt really bad about it.
That's all
I
right.
still
Things
get I
happen.
still jokingly get shit about it, even though he was fully aware that it was going to happen to his character and he gave his blessing. He still gives me shit that I killed his character.
I
Um,
mean,
I expect nothing less. If somebody killed my character, I would do the same thing. But yeah, so we've only had 2 character deaths in chapter 1. Yeah, we're going real strong. We're going real
yay!
strong. But
But now I get to join that
you do.
one.
You're gonna get to join that one. But all of our characters have, well, there's humor there and there's playfulness there. There's a very serious aspect to us in that campaign, because it holds such significance because Naeem has created this whole thing. I mean, he hand drew maps. He's done all of this stuff for this beautiful campaign. So when we realized we were just going to do some offshoots and just create some characters, I know I personally created characters and classes that I've either never played before, never felt like playing before. Um, you're going to get a handful of different campaigns coming at you. Some maybe a couple shots, maybe not a one shots. Some will be longer. Of all the homebrew ones that everyone's created. Um, we won't give too much away about any of them. You guys already know that the Muppet Born one is the next one coming up.
Yep.
Um,
So
but
you can see that one and like talk about that one in the Discord.
yes,
But all the other ones, the channels are made, but they're hidden away, so no one can see those
yes.
until we announce
So we will, but we've got some super creative, fun stuff coming for you guys. But we were so invested in that. So, like I said, I decided for this module that I was going to make a bard, which I'd never done before. And in the very beginning of my D&D playing, I never understood the point of a bard. I had friends who played bards, but I never really understood the significance of a bard. And I think it's because I started when I started playing Dungeons and Dragons, it was 3.5 edition, and the bards just kind of seemed like they didn't really do anything. But when they revamped a whole bunch of mechanics into 5e, bards can actually get some shit done. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be the problem for once. Like I decided instead of being the herder of cats, that I was gonna be the problem. But what the problem was is that all of us decided that we were gonna be the problem. Uh,
we
that
did.
everyone else had to deal with. So now we are all completely just
We're all problem children.
we're all
That's it.
problem children. Usually there's one or two, but the whole cast
No, we're all
decided to
problems.
just become wake up and choose violence every day.
Yep.
So we get into a
Absolutely.
lot more shenanigans than we probably should. Um yeah, we destroyed a gambling ring uh
Yeah. And then a guy tried
by
to murder
winning
me.
it.
Yeah.
And then he
I
tried to
won all the money.
someone tried to murder you to get his money back, and then he ended up murdered and
Well,
tossed
yeah,
over the
because he
side.
wanted to murder
Of
me to get
course.
his money back. So I had to protect myself. And let's not forget, I stole his puka shell necklace and now I wear it all the
You
time.
did. You did steal his puka shell necklace. I have a beautiful dragon crown that I wear on occasion.
You do.
You know,
That we stole from someplace
that
else.
we did steal from another location. Um, yeah, we have a lot of fun. Thursday nights. I've looked forward to Thursday nights for a very long time, especially once we started this campaign, because it's just a really nice and lighthearted time to just blow off the steam from the week. Go get into some shenanigans, see what we can come up with.
literally before we played the other night and we recorded it to try to make it into a trailer. Something went wrong, so it only caught most of the audio. But we started off inside of a house where we were all split up, and
Yeah.
Drew and I are considered probably the most chaotic players in
They've
this
become the
particular
dream team.
campaign. We're the dream team. What can I say about it? It's just fantastic. And we were left alone upstairs in this house that's full of stuff that I could steal. And I was like, this is my dream come true. Let me stay up here forever. And then Drew decided to light the place on fire. So that was a little bit more unfortunate because we're still in the house.
Still in the building.
And he just lit up the whole upstairs.
Drew lit an entire room on fire. He is playing he's playing Giz the Lizard Wizard.
Gizzard the Lizard Wizard.
I'm sorry, Gizzard the Lizard Wizard.
We all call him Giz.
He goes by Giz, just like my character's actual name is Vianola, but she goes by Via. Yeah, he lit an entire room on fire on the second floor of a building that we are all in.
And now most of us are in the basement because there was something in the basement we needed to get.
Yeah, so
we have to fight
all
everybody.
All of the floors may collapse on top of us, and we may die in a basement. Who knows?
I'm kind of counting on it.
Who knows? Thankfully, our wonderful DM Ryan for this campaign will be giving you a rundown of everything we have. He'll give you the non-shenanigans. This is what we have done so far on our campaign. We will just be throwing out the shenanigans of how we have gotten through each of those processes. We've essentially claimed a tavern. Like that's just our new lair. We claimed a tavern. We were working with some military guys, and then we just kind of stopped caring.
I even forgot we worked for them for a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
we really did, but I just didn't care.
Yeah. Technically, I think only Naeem's character and Tiffany's character worked for them. That's followed them, and then Drew and my character were in the tavern, and just happened we all converged. Because Via she's a violinist or a fiddle player, so that's kind of what she was doing at the time, was just playing a set at the tavern. And yes, there's alcohol abound. There is
so much of it.
The wasting of gold abound.
I'm telling you, every time there's a bar fight, Jade steals out of the bags of the people that are fighting.
We do.
They obviously have bigger problems.
We do make up for it.
Yeah,
but we just.
I like trying to do good things.
We could rent this thing. Let's just buy it.
Yeah.
We're never.
I was like, why
rent
it? Like, my point of the whole thing was like, if we set it on fire, who cares? We bought it. It was ours.
It's ours now. Yeah, we have a bag of holding that also holds people. May have been doing that recently.
Multiple bodies in the bag of holding.
That was one of my favorite notes.
Switch them out.
That was one of my favorite notes I think I ever wrote down during campaign in my journal was 3 dead bodies in a backpack, my new band name.
Yes.
Yeah. Which we just got one of the dead bodies out in the location we're in. So we planted a dead body that we had been carried around in a bag of holding. Yeah. We currently have a live person in there. Actually, do we have 3 live people in there now?
Oh gosh.
Did we put those 2 people we found in there?
I think.
Because they were unconscious.
I think maybe. Because they were unconscious. And Tiffany's whole plan was like, well, they
every 10 minutes
there in the bag of holding. So we just have to like open it and like pull them out long enough to like get some air, and then we can stuff them back down in there.
It's fine.
And literally like, so now we're not only in a basement where we have to fight people, grab something, and get out of a house that is on fire. We have 3 alive bodies. Actually, no, I think it's 2 alive bodies and a dead body.
No, we've got
In
the two. We've got the two that we found upstairs of the room that Drew set on fire, and we've got Thirstwell.
oh yeah, but
So
is it
there's
Thirstwell dead?
no. Remember,
Oh
we
no, we did
saved
spare
him.
the dying.
We did
We
spare the
spared the
dying
dying.
like the 5th time after
Yeah,
Naeem
multiple
tried
times.
to murder him.
Yeah.
Um,
But to be fair, like Thirstwell was an awful dude.
he's not great, but he's got information that we probably need.
Yeah. Which is the only reason we did spare the dying so many times.
Exactly.
Because
We
we're
just
like,
need his information and then we can kill him. Like, I don't care
yeah.
if he stays alive. I just need him alive for a little bit.
I think Jade's gonna really like be passionate about being the final blow. She's gonna be like, I'll do it anyway. You want like rape your golf club style like I did with those mice.
That's fine. You just have to let me tell him something before he dies.
That's fine. Yeah, no, I will let y'all have your full exchange.
Okay.
Like, let's get the information. You can absolutely tell him what you need to tell him because I know what
Every
it
time.
is.
I did it with the first of the 3 brothers. I got to do it with
Yeah.
the second one. I got to do it.
Yeah, because the third one's gonna stay alive, obviously.
Well, obviously, I need
At least
him
for right now.
I need him around right now.
You do.
I do. Yeah. Everybody's been getting laid during the campaign, like just shenanigans on top of
Very
shenanigans.
much shenanigans.
We have a robot.
But instead of that, Cora decided to steal someone's identity in front of them. And then
sit
go
and try and hold
a
conversation with them. As themselves.
As themselves.
That poor woman.
Which is one of the strangest things I have ever witnessed in my life.
Yeah, we have a robot.
So we do. Well, technically we have like 2 robots.
Yes, we do have a robotic dragon. A tiny little robotic dragon.
Also, Drew has Stu.
We have Stu. We have Stu the snake.
Who can turn giant, and we filled him with gold coins one time and then made him giant.
And dropped him on someone.
And dropped him on somebody. That was very fun.
He also has a move that Drew has perfected, which is the Stoomerang.
The Stoomerang!
The Stoomerang is very important.
Revolutionary.
Stu also drinks probably just about as much as most of us.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
None of us are as bad as Tink, though, because Tink takes up like 3 bottles every time she goes to bed.
Tink takes 3 or 4 bottles before she goes to bed.
Yeah.
Tiffany is playing Tink, our artificer. So she grabs a whole bunch of bottles because she's going to create something before she goes to bed. And
then normally the next morning she's like drinking one of them, or she'll like pull it out of her bag and
walking out of her room drinking some more from her bottle. It's like, all right, okay. I thought I was the one. That's literally my flaw.
Via or Giz would be like the functioning alcoholic, and it's not. It's Tink. Tink is the functioning alcoholic. 1,000% of the time.
Yeah, it's been something. It's been great. I can't even think what else. What are the other things that we got into? Like the first session.
Shooting that imp out of the sky is one of my favorite moments that's happened. Yes. Particularly the one where
so long.
Yeah, to figure out that it was stupid birds.
Also, we should have said this. This is going to be full of spoilers.
Oh, this is full of spoilers. Yeah, sorry.
We're already into a campaign. So if you want to play Descent into Avernus and you don't want to know what happens in the beginning,
maybe don't watch this.
Stop listening right now. Go ahead and leave.
If you're on Twitch, please feel free to just like drop out. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to like save this for later and you can come back and watch it.
We will not be upset
after.
We're not super far into the campaign, but all of the beginning stuff, I got so mad at myself because one of the brothers, and we actually did learn this in the beginning, I wrote it down and then somehow never thought to look at it again. I knew from the beginning, once we met, was it Mortlog? Mortlog. I think that's his name.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Who's one of 3 brothers of this family. He told us about the rest of his family. And I literally wrote down that Thirstwell, who's the oldest of the three brothers, has control of imps. Like, he has imps that he sends out to spy on his brothers. Never any time did I think, hey, it's probably doing that to us too, especially because
maybe we should
have
check
one of
for
his brothers.
imps.
Like, maybe we should check for imps. And then also didn't put that together with the fact that we kept going places and finding crows eating seagulls
Everywhere.
like
there were
we'd
so
go
many
somewhere
birds.
and there'd be a crow like eating a seagull or like a crow doing something gross and weird. And at no point did my brain be like, oh shit, I bet those are the imps. Still mad about it.
No,
Still
not
mad
until
at myself about it.
not until we like were leaving the casino did we figure that out.
Yeah, and we were like, oh my god.
And then there was
all
the first imp kill.
All of us lost it.
Yeah, all of us lost our minds.
Oh,
and
man.
So then when we left the casino and we left in groups, and like you and Naeem went first, and then me and Drew came out, which first of all, Drew and I are like the oddest like two people to post together because canonically Jade is like 5'10" and Giz is like
5'10" and a tabaxi.
Yes, and
so
a tabaxi.
Jade is
she's like
is a 5'10" cat person.
Cat. And then Giz is like a 4'11" dragonborn. So it is like the just like shock of the century sort of to see us together because we just look like we don't belong together at all.
And they always somehow end up on the same group.
We do.
Because
every time.
You know that rule of don't split the party? We split the party
even when we
all the time.
And but me and Drew are always together.
But we always try when we split the party, we always try and run it like an Ocean's 11 type splitting the party of like, okay, you guys are going to go here and you're going first and you're going to go do this. And then you guys are going to be over there. Like every time it's like an Ocean's 11 heist, whether it's actually a heist or not.
Yeah, no, it can be as simple as walking down the street and it's like, okay, you two go this way and you're going to walk this fast. Okay. And like, and if you see this person, ignore them.
You're going to disguise yourself. I'm going to go with you, also kind of slightly disguised. And we're going to go talk to people to cause a distraction. Yep. And then you guys are going to go over there.
Yeah, like we sent you two out first so the imp would follow you, but then it didn't count on me and Drew coming behind, and I shot the imp out of the air, and then he mage-handed it over and barbecued an imp just in his hands, and I was like, yeah, this is why we're together all the time. This is it.
Yeah.
Because everybody at the table was like, do not barbecue it. And I was like, no, live your life. Live your dream. Barbecue the imp. Let's see what happens.
You live your dreams. Yeah. Yeah, the first session, well, a couple of sessions we had because that thing lasted forever. Again, spoilers. I feel like I need to say it at all, but the first task you have after going to find someone and getting some information from them is to go through this bathhouse to try and get rid of this cult that's been causing issues. It's so long because there's like a dungeon, like a full dungeon under this bathhouse, and it took at least a month for us to get through. So like it took forever to get through this dungeon. And of course we checked every room.
Every single room.
It was important also because at least Mal and I are the biggest completionists.
Yes, we are.
To things. So even if we like skipped a section, I was like, we can't leave yet. We got to go back and see what was over there.
We went back and checked every single room.
Yeah, most of the time it was like dead ends and stuff, but
you saved my life in that dungeon.
I did. I not only caused a lot of problems on accident,
like blowing up a room because you decided to go in ready with fire. It was filled with gas.
Kiley
we didn't know that, so she was like, "I'm going to keep a flame open in my hand just in case I need to throw it." And our DM was like, "Oh, you're going to do that and go in first? Sounds lovely." The whole room explodes. Everybody,
let me explain this. Kiley is intelligent. Okay,
yes.
Kiley knows that sulfur is flammable. Okay, so I hear that, but you have to keep in mind that we all do imbibe.
Yes,
we partake in our vices, sometimes when we play, usually mine is just drinking a bunch of wine while we play, because, why not? It's a
I mean,
Thursday
hey,
night,
live your life.
you know.
Do what you want.
So that particular night, I
Why am I
happened
leaning
to
so
be
far out?
drinking wine. Um, not necessarily being as intelligent as I normally am. And Via heard, heard from the DM, it smells like sulfur. But all she's thinking about is this is a completely dark room. We've just come from yet another giant open room where we fought people. We need to know whether there are people in there. So I use my produce flame cantrip and I'm like, okay, let's go in there. And Tiffany's character was the only other one with me.
Yeah, I stayed very far
And he
away
was
from
like,
that. I was like, I don't have a good
he goes,
feeling.
okay, so you've got your flame going and you're going in this room. Not even thinking. I'm like, yeah, we're going in there, thinking nothing about it, and blew up the entire room.
Yeah,
Which is so out of character for me as a player of D&D. I am usually
you
the
are. You're
one
so
who
careful
is
about
so
everything.
careful,
You
always
yell
checks
at
for
me all the time
traps,
about perception checks.
all of it. Like I have been scarred by mimics too many times.
Oh,
It
the
is
door.
it is actually a rule that if someone puts a mimic in a campaign that I'm playing, like homebrews it and it gets set off, I will rage quit that game and I will not
She
play that
gets so
campaign
angry.
anymore.
Like,
Because
so angry.
I've had so many wonderful parties that have so many ridiculous stories to tell, but somehow there's always a mimic that someone sets off, and I am always the one who ends up taking the most damage from the thing somehow. Um, so I'm always like, don't pull the lever, perception check the door, check for traps, do this shit, don't open the chest without checking it. Like, but I was just like, yeah, let's sneak into this room. I've got my flame on, we can see everybody. And I just blew up an
Yep.
entire room. So I felt like I earned my badge. I earned a badge for that.
Yeah. Basically, any stealth that we had been doing was instantly corrupted. And yeah,
Thank
we
God
had fight a lot of
Tiffany's
people in that
character is
place, but it was
fire
fine.
resistant.
Yes. Yeah, you were the only two ones that like could have taken that room though, because you were both fire resistant.
And Giz could have taken it.
Oh, and Giz. Yeah, not your tabaxi friend over
Tiffany
here.
is a tiefling.
Is a tiefling. Yes.
I am playing a fire genasi, and Drew is
There
a
is a
dragonborn.
dragonborn.
So we have at least 3 characters who are fire resistant. But yeah, blew up a room. I did save you from an axe. That
You
almost
did.
happened.
Because I touched a thing.
You touched some water in
Technically,
a
a dagger touched the water in the crypt.
Yeah,
but it did not like that I was attached to the dagger.
You rippled the water. It made
rippled the water,
and the magic axe was trying to murder you.
Yeah, it was like, I don't like you anymore. No. I said, oh, okay. And she like pushed me out of the way. I was like, what'd you push me out of the way for? And then Ryan goes, and then an axe swings through the air. I was like, never mind. I love you.
We're now level 4s. We are trying so hard to get to that beautiful golden level 5.
Yeah, I want more sneak attack
I
back
know,
on it. I've been so patient.
We are all working toward that golden level 5.
Yeah.
But we have had some pretty good, again, like I said, I am playing a bard for the first time, so all of the, leveling up is new to me. My typical go-to is either a rogue or a druid. And so for this one, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to play a bard, because Drew's character in our Triton campaign, which is the one that Naeem has homebrewed for us, is a bard and is just having a blast. So I was like, I'm going to try it. Why not? Now I understand. I now understand.
Yeah. I think I want to try a bard very soon. Although, like, I have all of my characters made for all of the homebrews that we've already planned. Like, I think we're not talking a lot about them because they're not released yet, but we have like 3 or 4 homebrews already made for the channel, or like being made right now, and I've already made my characters for all of them, and none of them are
Yes.
bards, and now I'm a little sad.
It's okay. We will have more campaigns in the future.
We will, obviously, yeah. I've got an artificer made, I have a druid made, and I have a monk made for right now. And then here's a very tiny spoiler, I guess, for one in the future. I will be DMing one of them. It is my homebrew. So I obviously get to make all the NPCs for that, but I don't get to make me a character. So for the other ones,
You do though.
we're
You
all
get to
planned
make
out.
so
I get
many
to make
characters.
I get to make all the NPCs. And technically I am making you all like a buddy, if you will. So I guess technically I can make the buddy whatever I want, because I'll be playing.
You can play a bard.
quite
You
a
could
bit.
play every class. You can play
That's
every
fair.
class in that game.
Honestly, I
That'd be
think you've
great.
just given me a new idea for your all's buddy.
We'll see. There you go.
Yeah. I think she might end up being a bard, because I think it'd be fun, unless somebody wants to play a bard, and then I'll change her, because I have a kind of a feeling that Drew might want to play a bard in that one, but I don't know.
That's fair.
So
I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do for yours yet, but a spoiler alert,
we can talk about it.
I will not be DMing a campaign, because DMing sounds like a nightmare to me, and I don't think I could handle that. So I will not be DMing a campaign. But
I get that though. Like, honestly, I'm convinced that DMs just do magic. I haven't been taught how to do that magic yet. So it's going to be probably not like super smooth sailing, but like also another, I guess, small spoiler alert. My campaign uses a completely original system.
Yes.
So if somebody in the comments wants to be like, "You're doing it wrong," no, I'm not. I wrote it.
Yeah, you are
and
making
if I decided
your
to change
own
it
system.
again, I wrote it. Yeah, I'm making my own system from scratch, which is
you're homebrewing
insane.
A system, which is exciting.
I am, and like if people like it, I will happily give it out and release it to people. But it was just an idea, because I originally was going to do D&D 5e with added mechanics to it, and I sort of shared those added mechanics with the group, and I was like, what do you think about this? Like, do you think this would be okay? Because like, obviously I've never DM'd before. My very first time will be live on this channel, and
we had talked
everybody
about
liked it
Kids
enough.
on Brooms too.
Yes, and we had talked about Kids on Brooms being a thing with mine,
and Savage Worlds. Like, we had talked about like different aspects of that.
And I looked at all of them and was like, which one do I want to use? Because I obviously was going to like buy the book and study up on it. But I've seen campaigns that use all of them, and like I've seen like the demigods campaigns and things like that, which I have another idea for another homebrew for that uses the demigods campaign. That would be so fun. But everybody's like, why don't you just make one from scratch? Like, because you have enough mechanics there that it can be this full thing if you just keep building it. And I was like, yeah, sounds good. Cool. Let's do that. So I every day like work a little bit on trying to figure out what this is turning into. But yeah, Memory Lane, which is what I'm calling this system, looks like it's shaping up to be a thing. At first, like until I give it to you all, I'm just making humans, because I'm making all of you make humans for this particular campaign, but I'm going to add more to that before it goes to anybody else, because who knows what people want to use it for. Yeah, you just have to like the only thing that defines sort of what campaign it can be used for is the whole memory mechanic of it. But people also use memory mechanics all the time, and they just don't call it a mechanic. Like, they just say like, do I remember this? And their DM's like, yeah, roll for it, let's see what happens. And this just puts like a system to that, essentially. Yeah, I'm excited. So it can be used anywhere. I'm really excited about it. I'm hoping people very much like it. We'll see when we get there. I'm gonna have to do like this long spiel at the beginning of every episode, be like, this is how it works.
Don't forget, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, but it's okay. Sometimes you just got to do that. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah. And then when somebody comments, is like, you literally just did it wrong from what you explained, and I'm like, I'm the GM and I made it. So
homebrew rules. I made it up.
Homebrew, and I get to do what I want. I guarantee you it'll happen at least once.
It's, you know.
Where I'm like, you know what? I don't like how I wrote that anymore. So we're just going to change it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we've got so much stuff coming, and I'm so excited about it.
It's like insane to think about, honestly. Because we will obviously start with Descent into Avernus. Tritons that Naeem homebrewed, chapter 2 of that will be coming at some point, which is when my character will come in, and possibly Zach with a new character.
Yeah, we're hopefully getting
Ryan
Zach back.
Has a new character. Yeah, yes. We might be getting Zach back, which is super exciting. I haven't even got to play with Zach yet because his work schedule's been so weird. So he is actually going to start joining us again, hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully not, maybe not the week we come, like that we start streaming here, but very soon after that is what we're hoping for.
We're hoping to add him in. So
yeah. So
and I can only tell you that fun. Even more shenanigans will ensue.
Oh, absolutely.
By adding Zach back into the ridiculous party that we have.
Yeah. But I love it so much. Like it's gonna be super fun. And I'm excited to see what you all do with mine. And like the fact is that all the homebrews we're bringing you all are very different. Like all have very different tones to them. All are very
different.
Like some
worlds,
of them use different systems, different worlds. We're creating completely different characters for all of them. Like obviously you all already know about the Isle of Inspiration, which is where we all play Muppet Borns, which is super fun. And I never thought I'd get to play a Muppet, but here we are.
Look,
it fits my whole personality.
I was there at the pre-creation of the Muppet Born campaign as a sounding board for Drew. And this was how you ended up getting brought into the group.
Because when you were telling me about it, I said, tell Drew I will pay him real money if he will let me be a Muppet. And that's how I got put in here.
And so, so I was like, hey, my friend Mal really wants to play in your Muppet Born campaign. And they were like, well, just bring her in now. It'll be great. And so she just came in and joined all of the campaigns. And
in like a matter of like 3 days, I think I had to make 6 or 7 characters from what everybody had told me. They were like, okay, so this is when it's happening. This is getting ready to start. This is for after that. This is for after that. And I was like, cool. So I like sat down and I had not made that many characters before. I think like I had made stuff for one shots before, but never like a fully realized thing, except for once with Kiley. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna figure it out. And so I ended up whipping out like 8 of them in a few days and sent them all to Kylie. And I was like, here, I made things. Tell me if I did it right.
Help me with the things.
I don't know if I did it right, but I did it. And here's the thing.
Yeah, it was great. No, Drew and I talked, he would send me these ideas that he had about this thing. And like, I cannot express to you, just like Naeem, how much he has put into this campaign.
Absolutely.
This homebrew campaign we are going to bring to you. It is it is something, the Muppets are something that are very special to him. So he is just doing, and I mean the whole Muppet universe. He is, we may not touch on everything. I think he's planning on having it all anyway. I think he's planning on trying to make this into a multiple season type campaign. So like this first round, we may not touch on every Muppet group, but I mean, we're going to see Muppets from all different places from the Muppet universe.
That's going to be really fun. And I'm like so excited.
And it's going to be great. But he would send me these ideas he had, and they were just so beautifully written. First off, he's a wonderful writer.
Yes,
he's
absolutely
wonderful at creative writing, and he would send me all these ideas he'd had, and just awesome, just so wonderful. And I myself am not, I am not a like kooky character person. Like that's not how I play. So he kept sending me these ideas before he really decided that he was going to do it. He was just like, I'm just playing around with this idea. And I was like, well, I'm probably just going to have to, I was like, oh, can I be the human of the Muppet Born campaign? Because any Muppet
Yeah.
movie, there's
And you
at least one
also,
human, right?
and then, but you also said, like, I will not play, I will be a
Yeah,
spectator
I'll
because
just, and he
I
was like, no,
cannot be a Muppet.
there's no humans. And I was like, okay, well then I'll just spectate this campaign, because like I am not kooky enough to be a Muppet. Like that's not my bag. Like I love the Muppets. I grew up on the Muppets. The Muppet ride at Disney is still one of my favorite things to do every time
That's
I'm
very
there.
fair. That's
Like
such a good one.
it's such a good one. I love it.
I love the Muppets.
But I am not a Muppet. And so Mal and I were sitting there talking about it, and I was like, like I really want to be there for this campaign. You know, like I want to be there and I
Yeah.
want to take part in it because he cares about it so much and he's created something so just beautiful. And I thought of Statler and Waldorf one day, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh my
Yeah, because
god."
I said, like, not all Muppets are happy. Like, Oscar the Grouch exists. Like,
Yeah.
there's a character out there for you. We just gotta find it.
And I thought of Statler and Waldorf, and I was like, "Oh my god, what if I played like just an angry old lady the whole time?"
Oh, thank you, Josh.
Oh,
You're
thank
wonderful.
you.
You're so wonderful, Josh.
But like I was like, what if I just played an angry old lady the whole time who just ragged on everyone the whole time we were going? And then Mal countered with, what if you played an angsty teen? And I thought, you know what? Let me think about it. So I did pros and cons, because that is how I make decisions, is with pros and cons lists.
Yeah.
And decided that an angsty teen would just be great. So I will spoiler my character, which we're gonna announce anyway, but
Yeah.
so I am playing a angsty teen Muppet named Rebel. That is not her given name, but she has
It is
decided
not.
that is her name.
And
Uh
fun fact, the name Rebel actually came from my mother's suggestion.
yes, it came
Because
from your mom.
I make, like Kylie said earlier, I make all the art, but this was before the channel even like was a thought to any of us. We were like, we're doing the Muppet campaign. And so I made character art for my character and Kylie's character. And I was making the art and we didn't have a name for her yet. And my mom was like just walking through. She was like, oh, like what's that character for? And so I like told her, and she was like, does she have a name yet? I said, no. And she said, I'm going to think on it. And so later I went down to the kitchen to get something and she went, Rebel. She should call it Rebel. She
It's
was so
great.
proud.
It's great. We'll release the character art, but she wears a t-shirt that says I hate it here. Like she is
Yeah.
just she is an Oath of Vengeance paladin. And her oath of vengeance is against existing because she didn't ask for it. So,
Favorite thing that you could possibly be. You're like, I'm just angry at the universe
that
for
I
making me
exist.
be anything at all.
I did not ask for this. I did not ask to be here. I did not ask to have to deal with all of this. So yeah, so she is just she is gonna be something. And I'm really excited to play her. And Drew's been great. We've been doing some session 0 type stuff,
Yeah.
with homebrewing specific weapons for us. I won't spoil that.
I don't get a specific weapon because he said that I'm too overpowered as it is.
Yeah, that's fair. You are stacked, but
Yeah,
he's
I'm
gonna
pretty
give you
sad.
some other fun stuff to do.
Yes, he told me that. He was like, I think I've come up with something, but like that it doesn't make you more overpowered than you already are. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And he was like, once I get it like fixed, I'll send it to you. I said, okay. Yeah, Dixie just gets a mace.
Yeah.
She's a country, like a literal country cowgirl, like not a cowgirl, but a cow girl.
Yeah.
That's like very country, very like golden hearted, wants to just help everybody, like gives people like second and third and fourth chances and things like that, which can sort of be detrimental at points. But she also like she wears a yellow t-shirt and a flower in her hair, and she has overalls, and like embroidered on the pocket of the overalls is her name Dixie, in like yellow cursive. and like with little flowers over the eyes, and she's just very sweet and caring, and she's a Circle of Dreams druid. And Drew and I were talking about it one night, and I said, I can conjure animals, but it doesn't say I have to conjure them on the ground. And he was like, I mean, you're right. I said, so I could drop a real cow from 60 feet in the air and crush my enemies. And he was like, I guess if you wanted. And I said, I do. I very much would like to do that.
That is what I'm going to do. Yeah. But no, Drew's been good about he's homebrewing something for each of us. Oh, Drew says he doesn't remember saying that.
You absolutely did. I will find the messages. You absolutely did.
Find those read receipts. Find them.
I'm doing it.
Find them.
I'm dropping a cow, like a real big, real life cow on somebody, and I'm going to crush their skull with it. Dixie is not here to play games. She's here to protect the ones that she loves.
And maybe murder some cows in the process.
No.
They're like, Muppet cows. They'll bounce, right?
Yeah, exactly. Muppet cows will be fine.
Muppets don't die.
They'll live.
Muppets don't die.
Muppets don't die. That'd be sad. Can you imagine if one of
right?
us
Drew,
died?
Muppets don't die.
Tragic.
Right?
Drew, Muppets don't die.
Right?
Right? That's canonical.
That's canon. It's
in this campaign.
This campaign they do. Too bad we made it canon. Muppets don't die.
Yeah, we made it canon. Muppets
Sorry.
can't die.
It's magic. The magic of Twitch.
Yeah. We're just slowly going to build our army to go find Jim Henson. That's how this actually works.
We're going to do it. We're going to be like, Jim Henson. Rebel is going to lead that and be like, I did not ask for this.
Yep.
But yeah, so
it'll be great.
He's been homebrewing stuff for each of our characters just so we all have something special, which is
so fun.
It's just
been great.
Thoughtful. It's just thoughtful because he's not only homebrewed this whole world for us, and we've created these characters to fit into this beautiful world and story. He's also going out of his way to homebrew something special for each of us so that we have it. Yep. And I'm sure because it is who he is, throughout he's gonna drop some more stuff for us in there. Like,
oh, absolutely. I know that we don't know about everything. Even with me doing the art and like knowing a little bit more than everybody else does, like as far as enemies and like locations and things like that, I do not know nearly everything that he's put into this. He's asked for like the bare minimum in terms of art. He's given me like 4 places and like one or 2 types of enemies, and that's it. Everything else I am absolutely not allowed to know about. Which is really cool because being the artist, you sometimes know a little too much about things sort of to play in them on your own, which I've done art for like other people for other things, and I'm like totally good with knowing all of it. I'm like, I'm not in this. Sure, I would love to hear the whole story. But once you're in the story, you can like, some things can be like really big spoilers, I guess, like, and I would be the only one to know about them, but Drew's been amazing about it, and he's been like, nope, this is what I need. Here you go. And it's just like he sends me reference photos and I'm like, okay, cool, sounds great.
I'm excited.
But there is one enemy that I do know about that nobody else knows about, and it's awesome. It's really cool.
I hate that I don't know things.
And the way that Drew like the way Drew came up with it was really cool. And then like I feel like I'm a holder of secrets somehow. Like I don't know why people trust me with all the secrets, but they do. Because like I have secrets about other campaigns that we're planning on having too that I'm not allowed to tell anybody. So and again,
I don't have a campaign, so I know nothing.
Yeah, you don't have a campaign.
I just get art sent to me.
Yep, so you can put it in a Twitch
so that I can put it in a scene so that I can switch to it for people to see. I don't know what any of it is. They're like, hey, can you make a scene for this? Okay, yeah, sure.
I can't wait to send you all of the stuff for my campaign and be like, here's how to label it. I'll text you when you should pull it up. Don't worry about an explanation.
We'll have keywords.
Yeah, we'll have keywords for it. And like they're not going to be labeled anything like what they are. Like I'm going to send you what is actually like the place you all fight the big bad, and I'm going to be like, oh, just label this bakery.
Okay, cool.
Bakery sounds good.
Great. Cool. So, yeah, it'll be great. Yeah, so it's been fun. I also don't know how I ended up volunteering to be the one who should run all of the tech stuff because I am not the most tech savvy person.
You did
I
volunteer for that very fast though, because I thought I would
well,
have to
because
do
I
it,
was
which was
like,
fine.
oh, well, because I had started. This is the year that I decided I was finally going to just put gaming out there because I game a lot.
Yeah.
But as I said in my character bio, which if you have of my character bio, my personal
Character
bio,
bio.
um, I don't consider myself a good gamer at all. I die all the time and I rage quit a lot.
Me too.
But I've been playing video games since I was little. Um, and so I finally was like, you know what? Like I never considered myself like a gamer or the ever popular gamer girl um trope, but I was like I play video games all the time. And then a group of us every once in a while like we'll get together and like play video games all together. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, if I can play with other people and not ruin everything, like I could stream myself playing some games. Like
Yeah.
I could do that. Like no one's probably going to care, but at least, you know, I'm accepting that part of myself. Like
Yeah.
I
I
need
just
to
streamed for me, honestly.
yeah.
Like I also got into streaming this year, but that was also because of quarantine. That was because I was in a game design master's program and I needed an excuse to still make
Which
myself
you
play video
just
games.
graduated from
I did. I graduated yesterday.
with your lovely title. Say it for me again.
Salutatorian.
Yes, you were
Yeah.
second in your class.
I
Um,
was.
and
Yes.
shameless plug, and it's not really shameless because I'm putting it out there because I think it's fucking awesome.
Well,
She
thank
has a
you.
video game out. The first episode of
I
a video
do.
game.
I
Plug that
do.
shit. Plug it right now.
Yeah, so it's called The Loneliest Artist. It is up on Steam and it is 100% free to play. Josh, you are absolutely the sweetest individual in the whole wide world. And Josh actually was a part of the team that worked on it. I don't remember how much you did on chapter 1, but I know you're working a lot on chapter 2. Josh is just overall an amazing person, and he is over in the chat for those on YouTube that can't see it. But it's 100% free to play. It focuses a lot on mental health, and on a character named anxiety, or on a character named Charlie who has anxiety, and sort of like how does anxiety like affect you as a person, and then how does it affect your relationship with other people and the choices that you make and things like that. And it is a game that has meant the world to me since I came up with the initial conception back in November. Literally at like the very beginning of a trip that I was on with Kiley.
I just
Was like the
remember you
first
turning
time
to me
I
and going, "Does this sound stupid?" And then you
yeah.
gave me a very, very generalized like game concept, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Absolutely not! I would play that game."
Yeah.
And you just turned it into something fantastic.
Yeah.
I have it
It was
downloaded.
a
I
ton of
still
fun to
haven't
make.
gotten to play through all of. I haven't gotten to play through episode 1 yet, but it is literally downloaded on my computer waiting. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I downloaded it. Oh God, was that yesterday? No, 2 days ago. Friday.
2 days.
What day is it?
Yeah,
It's
on
Sunday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Also, I graduated on Friday.
Yeah. It's
Time's
okay.
not real.
Time doesn't
COVID has made
exist.
time an illusion.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the minute I got to my laptop on my lunch hour that day, I was like, I gotta download the game right now. And I will throw this in just because I'm super proud about it. You can see my face in the game
Yes, you
because
can.
Mal, who is a beautiful artist, again, we talked about she does all of our art. In some of the scenes, they're like, it's like a living room scene or like an art studio. She has put art that she has actually made, beautiful, beautiful
Yes.
graphic art.
Thank you.
She put them in as where, you know, the art in the or pictures, family pictures and things would be in the game. And my face is in there a couple
Your face
times.
is in there.
I think it's in there 3 times.
Yes, it's in the living room 3 times. I think if you look like super close at the photos in Michael's bedroom, you could see your face once.
I'm
But
in
they're
there
like laying
too.
on it. they're like laying on a desk.
Okay.
So I don't know how well you can see them.
I didn't even know that. I have to get there.
Also, there's a painting that is hanging behind Kiley's head.
Yes.
The digital version of it,
it's right there,
which was the original like concept art for it. Yeah, the original like concept art for that I made on my iPad, and then I painted it for Kiley as a present. Well, the original concept art is in the game as one of the paintings. I also have like other pieces that I've made it at one point in time or another as paintings, or a very fun Easter egg. The studio that this was made with, Selic, is where I did my internship during my master's program. And to get in, you have to do what are called shadowing tasks. And one of my shadowing tasks was to take a street view and make it into the style of the game Later Alligator, which I don't know if you've seen it. It's very cartoony. It's black and white. It's like a super cute game. And so I put that piece of art in the living room in chapter 1. It's very small. It's in one of the smaller picture frames, but that was one of my shadowing tasks.
It was cute.
Yeah, I really like doing that one. It was my favorite one. So I stick it in some places sometimes just as like a very tiny Easter egg.
But yeah. So shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. Go check it out on Steam, 100% free. It's like a 40-minute play, but there will be chapters of DLC coming out over the next year, like multiple of them over the next year. So we're all very excited about it. And even though I've graduated, I'm staying on as a creative director there to be able to see through the production of the entirety of the series. So it's very cool.
But yeah, so she makes video games and plays them. I kind of play video games. I play video games. I play video games. I just don't necessarily play them very well.
That's okay though.
But
you don't have to play video games well to enjoy them.
I love them. I am the person, and I know so many of my friends are like the first person shooter, like let's just go kill each other and do these things and all this. Give me a game with a good storyline. I might ignore most of the side quests. I might do it. And I also am like, oh shit, now I gotta fight people. Okay, hold on. Like so it's like the fighting portions are the parts that I feel like I have to get through in order to keep learning more of the storyline and participating in the storyline, because I am that nerd. I want to do the whole story. So I started streaming. So I had to learn how to do some stuff in order to stream for my own channel. And when Mal and I were like, you know what, we should stream. Like we play D&D, we watch D&D, like any tabletop RPGs. We watch them all the time. Like we could do that.
Like more than real TV.
That's true. Shout out to D20 that made our friendship even stronger.
Dimension 20, because I finally got Kiley hooked on it.
Hooked on it. Absolutely hooked on it. The last 2 seasons they've put out, we watched together.
Misfits and Magic means a lot to me in so many ways. Like we got to share the finale together, like being in the same place, because we watch together every week. But
I'm in Indiana
together. I'm in West Virginia. So you can imagine how hard like friendship can be when we're like so split up like this, which is why we're moving in together soon. Like just like being able to sit there and share the finale with you of Misfits and Magic was just,
and we shared the first episode together.
We did, and we shared the first episode together. The 2 in between we didn't get to watch together because we were
we watched like
separated, but we watched them
we streamed them together, but not in the same vicinity.
But the first and the fourth we got to watch in the same room together on the same couch, and it was lovely.
It was nice.
It was. And now we're going to watch all of the 7 together. And if y'all haven't been prepared, my Clack fan is on its way.
Girl.
I'm ready.
Oh, girl.
I'm ready.
My Clack fan is right here.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. We keep getting off topic. But anyway.
We do.
So I started doing streaming of my own, which the main problem I have is just getting my game to actually stream, because I use so many different platforms, because I am usually a PlayStation gamer. Like that has been my MO. And ever since meeting Mal, I have slowly starting, other than I won't say brief, other than the amount of time I used to play World of Warcraft, or one thing that really cemented our friendship in the very, very early days were the Nancy Drew computer games.
Yes.
Fire.
Nancy Drew.
You cannot convince me otherwise. Fire.
The Hill I Die On. Like, those games are fabulous
They are
and
the
wonderful.
best.
And I love them.
But like, other than a couple games like that, which were PC games, all of my games I did through were either on one of my many generations of the PlayStation, or I had my Game Boys. That was the only really Nintendo. Oh, we had a Wii at one point. So I was always more of a console gamer than a PC gamer. So I got more into PC gaming because being able to play with other people and just getting like with Mal, like we started playing Portal 2 together. Like that was something that I never thought I would do. And it's so I started trying to play more PC games because it was just simpler, because I was always on my PC with because I was talking usually to Mal over Discord, because heaven forbid we use our phones that we both have. We'll just talk to each other on Discord all the time.
Constantly.
Or talking to multiple other friends on Discord, having group video chats going on. So I would start playing games on the PC. So my main problem was trying to get the game through whatever platform I had decided to buy it on to stream. And I was like, well, I figured that out. I could figure out this. Like, this should be easy, right? Because I just have to put people's videos in squares, and that's it. There's so much more to it.
There's so much more to it than that. But like, we've been very good about learning all of it.
It is,
and like,
true. I've tried
and we
really
like
hard.
keep sending each other things like TikToks, like being like, hey, I found this and I think it might help, or something like that.
Like, so look at this YouTube video. It might be helpful.
We literally sat there and watched like a 3-hour YouTube video together the other day. While I was working on art, but we were also watching it, and I was like, oh, I get why this would be helpful.
About the best ways to do overlays, and like
I don't understand using Microsoft Word, but like, hey, to each their own.
The man used Microsoft Word to make webcam frames.
Boxes.
Yeah.
Like, and like it's I mean, like, if it
worked,
more power to you. It did work. It worked for
like,
him, and if it works for you,
more
power to you. But I will absolutely never, because Microsoft Word, I don't know why, but it just really annoys me.
It is the devil. It's the devil for anything other than writing papers.
Yeah, than writing a paper.
Yeah,
which I never have to do again. Thank goodness.
But yeah, so I've been doing some deep diving. I haven't dove as deep as I probably need to and would like to, but we've gotten this far.
We have.
So today was to test with just using Zoom and all of that to make sure that I have all my settings so that my CPU my usage isn't too high for the stream and things are going crazy. So yeah, but that is also with just my my camera built into my webcam, and then I'm pulling Mal in through Zoom. So that is how we're doing the campaign. I tried to record the other night. Like she said, we were, which is the main reason we're doing this right now. I tried to record our Thursday night session just so we could pull clips to do like little trailers to show what we, mainly what our cast is like and how we play. And then we all had so much fun that we were like, let's just start streaming in the middle of this campaign. But the recording, somehow all of the audio was there perfectly. The audio was perfect, but the video didn't work.
Yeah.
But it was working on my computer, like, because I'm using Streamlabs OBS, which I don't use. I actually use is it Twitch
Twitch Labs,
Twitch Studio.
maybe?
Twitch Studio.
Twitch
I use
Studio?
Twitch
Something
Studio.
like that.
I use Twitch Studio for my own channel. There's the word.
Yep.
Which I may need to switch over and start using OBS for now that I'm becoming so familiar with this. But so it looked while we were recording, it looked just fine on my Streamlabs OBS, but then when I all of the video files downloaded, like we just were frozen, and then it would switch to another frozen pose,
Which
and
is
then
a
a little
shame
bit
because we
later.
had such
It was so good.
such moments.
It was such a good thing. So you guys may just get some like
Audio clips of
audio
that.
clips with some character art or things along those lines.
We'll figure out how to share those though, because
Yeah,
there were some beautiful
there are
moments
some really good
that
moments.
came out of that.
There's some really good ones. But yeah, so I'm somehow running the tech side of this. So if any of you are really skilled at this, I don't have a gaming computer. That is in the works, slowly but surely, which
We're both
means
just going to build one after we move, like one for each of us. So we're working on it. In the
Yeah.
meantime, I have a gaming laptop.
you have a gaming laptop. I do not have a gaming
because
laptop.
of
See,
school.
we should.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I am not an artist, or we could have done this absolutely opposite, and I could have been
Yeah.
creating the art, and you could have been running the tech because you have a gaming laptop. I am running
Yeah.
this off of a new laptop that I bought last Christmas, but it is not a gaming laptop. So
Right.
I'm trying to follow all of the things to make it work. So if anyone has
We're
any
gonna have
good
beautiful
tips,
gaming laptops though. Yeah. So if you have tips, please leave them in the
shoot 'em
comments
our
or send them to
way.
us on Instagram or something.
Instagram,
Because
Discord.
yeah, we've got it all. If you want to join the Discord, and you're on Twitch currently, you can scroll down a bit and there is a Discord tag. If you just click it, it'll take you there. Same with Instagram and Twitter. If you want to follow us on any of that.
Now, I will tell you, for some of our campaigns, it'll be more of a live discussion between you guys. We do ask, and we'll put this in the rules again. We do ask if you have played Descent into Avernus, and please do not spoil future bits of the campaign because we don't know it. So we do ask for no spoilers, or if you are gonna put a spoiler, hide it.
Like on Discord.
Yeah, on Discord.
I don't
you can
think
hide
there's
it.
a way to hide
You
it on
can't
Twitch,
do it
but
in
when
this chat. So if you're doing it during the stream chat or the Twitch chat, please don't spoil future things coming up. Don't be that person. Don't. But we may not.
Rule 1.
Yeah, we may not be super interactive with the chat while we're playing, mostly because we're going to be focused on us actually playing the campaign. But we promise
some of us will be typing in the chat with you.
Some people will be involved that way, but we will also be taking information or questions or things from the chats. We will compile them, and then we'll do something like we're doing today. Probably not nearly this long because we've been talking for an hour and 22 minutes.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
We'll probably just do like an hour or like 45 minutes to an hour, just like talking to you all, and like recapping what sort of happened in the week. And then that will also go up on YouTube. So you should be able to see like our episode of the week of all of us playing and then the talk back. And you'll also maybe see some behind the scenes stuff, especially since Kiley and I are going to be moving in together soon, and we will be having a lot of home shenanigans to pull off.
Life allowing.
Yeah.
Also, if anyone has any leads on any kind of remote jobs, send them my way because it would be helpful. Life is hard. And while everyone's like, oh, we have such job shortages, no one seems to want to hire. So yeah.
You gotta love a worldwide pandemic.
It's just made things so great. It's made things so great. Anyway. But yeah, so we will hopefully be moving in by the hopefully sooner, but by the end
Yeah.
of the year, we should both be located
Definitely, hopefully sooner than that,
in
though. Maybe sooner than
Pittsburgh.
we even think. It depends on some things that are
We
happening.
will be located in Pittsburgh in the same home.
Yes, in the same home.
So yeah,
It's gonna
so
be wild.
we will have some shenanigans to share. But yeah, we're gonna do talkbacks. So especially in our Discord channel, there's a or on a Discord server, there's a channel for Ask the Cast if you have any questions.
Yep.
Like I said, we will kind of skim back through the chat and compile if something came up during the chat that we want to talk about. Pull those. So yeah, so our talkbacks will be more interactive than our actual streaming of the campaign that week. And it'll be everybody different because everyone has different schedules. We at least have Thursdays nailed down, but it could be
Yes.
me and Mal, it could be Drew, Naeem, and Mal, it could be myself and Ryan, it could be whoever can pop in whenever
Yeah.
to record a chat back of the episodes. We may not have one every week, but we are at least going to try and do them as frequently as we can. Those are our plans. If there's anything else you guys would like to see, let us know. Like I said, we just kind of had the idea to, we could do this. It's probably not going to be nearly as professional and fancy as, obviously all of the ones we watch that have subscribers and
like
paid
multiple cameras and everybody's in the same room. Like we can't even do that because none of us live. Well, some people live in the same town, but not
all but two of us live in the same place. But like people, they have a ton of subscribers and advertisers, and they have a budget and a tech team that runs everything so that none of us have to worry about it.
Guess what? That's us.
That's us.
That's us. We do all of it.
It's gonna get choppy.
By me.
Sometimes I'm gonna click the wrong button, and you're gonna hear a lot of cursing, and then me quickly trying to rebuild whatever it was I built for the stream right in that moment. It might switch to some character art in the middle of a battle scene. It might happen because it needs to, but bear with us. I think you will have fun because we have fun. We have fun. Absolutely. And we just kind of want to put our fun out there so that so that other people can have fun with us. So but
yeah, it's gonna be really cool, and it's something really fun to share with you all, especially with the homebrews and stuff. Like these are things that nobody else on the internet has played. These are things that we are making up some off the top of our heads, because I have a very good feeling that especially Kiley and Drew will probably screw up plans during my game that my campaign that I'm going to run. I just already know that you two will break something, and I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that. And that's okay. I love you both.
I go into D&D trying to play chess.
I know you do. Very much so.
So I do break things sometimes. I once broke an entire session of a campaign that I played with a different group, all because I walked out of a door and the first thing out of my mouth was, I looked up. And the DM got very mad, had to throw away pages that he had created of this whole thing. And it's just because I had a good perception roll that this guy that we were trying to find, I saw him jumping from one building to the other. So then I acrobated my way up there and chased him across rooftops. Like completely derailed an entire story arc for this session of this game we were playing, just because it was like, okay, I look up. And that one wasn't even on purpose. So I have no doubt that I will accidentally break something.
That's okay.
But we're
gonna figure it out.
It'll be for our benefit.
Backup plans for backup plans, because I know how you go into D&D. So while I have been writing this campaign, I'm like, okay, but if this thing doesn't
can Kiley break this?
This can happen.
Can Kiley break this?
Or if Drew has decided that this is where he's going to go instead of over here where he belongs. This is how he's getting rerouted. Like, I have contingency
herding
plans.
herding cats.
Yes, herding cats. It's absolutely what I'm doing. 1,050%.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm very excited about it.
Love it.
And
love
also,
it.
if you all have theories for anything that's going to happen in Muppet Borns, or I will also happily make a channel for you all to theorize about other campaigns that we might be brewing.
We'll drop some hints.
If you would like that. Yeah, we're going to be dropping hints throughout a lot of... there will be a... Yeah. We haven't decided what order they're going in yet. Which is like the one thing we haven't really talked about, but we're excited for all of them. They're all very different. So we hope we have a little bit of something for everybody. Which animal is it? It's
Fitz. He's trying to climb my chair.
Oh, Fitz.
I have 2 cats and a dog who are probably going to make multiple appearances.
Sure.
You will always hear. Fine, come here. This is Fitz.
Yeah,
he's very needy.
He's my buddy.
He is your buddy. You will definitely hear Henry's voice, so I will have to try and mute my microphone constantly, so you can't hear him. Because Henry
just gets very excited.
He likes to bark at people out the window.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. Are you drooling?
Also,
on me
sometimes
already?
people that go in and out of the room because he forgets that people are there.
It's
bless his heart.
It's okay. He needs some help sometimes.
He's just trying his best.
He really
is.
All
right. I love Henry.
He
always leaves me a seat on the couch.
He's currently upside down staring at me like, why are you talking about me?
Because we love you.
Everyone's gonna love you.
Yeah. I told your mom if you showed up in that trailer, I was pausing everything and writing, "This is Henry. He's a very important dog." I said that I would.
Yep.
But then the video didn't work, so I'm sorry.
Yeah. So then we had no video.
Yeah, now we have no video. So Valerie's going to Plan B for trailer.
It's gonna be great.
We'll see what happens.
It's gonna be so great.
Yeah. It'll be great.
Fitz, please. Just go lay down, please. Go lay down, please. I love you. Go away, please. It's constant. This is what I live with. But yeah, so hopefully this has gone well. I haven't had anybody post that they can't tell what's going on in the stream. I mean, you've had it pulled up too, so
I've had it pulled up this whole time. Everything seems fine.
Okay, cool. So
sometimes I look over at myself and I'm like, why am I leaning so far? That's the problem, is I can't stay still. That's the problem.
That's okay. Fitz, go away, please.
I just can't get comfortable sometimes. It's fine. It's my brain.
It's okay. I keep fluctuating. Now he's meowing at me because he's mad.
He'll be okay.
Mom! What was I talking about? Oh, so hopefully this video, because obviously we're recording all of our things so we can post it on our YouTube. So hopefully we'll check this and it'll be fine and it'll be great. And I will have done all of the settings exactly the way I need to, so that when we do this next time, there will be at least 6 of us. Hopefully 7 of us. With videos all at the same time. And
where you can see our faces.
It won't crash the system. We may need a technical difficulties standby screen.
Yeah.
So you might
That's fair. I'll make that this week. Yeah. I'll make that this week. Got it. Yeah.
Just we'll turn on some elevator music. Technical difficulty standby.
But it'll be like tavern elevator music.
Yeah, it'll be tavern.
It'll be great. It'll be themed.
We'll do some tabletop audio. They have tavern music specifically, so we'll turn on the tavern music song they've got. Which tabletop audio, by the way, wonderful. We have not used
Wonderful.
it for our campaign, but like I have been filtering through the music.
Yeah,
So
same here.
hopefully we
I've been
could
looking
use
through a
some
lot
for
of it.
stuff. And it's really great. So highly recommend it.
Yes.
It's copyright free audio that they create. Apparently also if you join their Patreon, there are other versions of the songs that they put out. How do I join games? I just joined today and the Discord isn't helping. Do you mean like how do you join a party? Like how do you join a stream? I will wait for the
Also,
answer on that. But
yeah. Also, if you are in our Discord server and you can't see other things or you can't
oh, how do you join a
look
party?
at other things.
Okay. Literally just talk to friends. Or you can go into some D&D groups. Probably check Reddit. There's so much D&D content on Reddit. And just kind of get to know people, and then you end up kind of just deciding, hey, I want to play D&D, so you get a group together and do it. That's what.
Yeah, there are some really great groups to get in on Facebook
There it
to help you
is.
find parties and stuff. There's Henry.
There it is. Let's see if I can. He is currently in the window on the back of my couch, barking.
We're trying to find a house with a living room that doesn't
That you
have a
can't
big
see
window.
the sidewalk. Henry, please stop. Hey, buddy. This is my life. And actually, today's a slow day.
Yeah, today's a slow day for him, honestly.
Today is a slow day. Hey, you are maxing out my audio, man. Too many decibels.
Positive
Henry,
contributions.
Hey. Only positive contributions to the conversation. You are not contributing positively.
I love him, though. He's my buddy.
I'm so glad. I love him so much. But there are some days he is very trying.
Yeah. I mean, he just gets a little loud sometimes.
He just has a lot to say.
He does.
Funnily enough, as a puppy, he was so quiet. And then about a year and a half ago, he just decided to bark all the time at anyone who walked by our apartment. He's 3. So yeah. It's fine. He's wonderful. I love him.
He's just got a lot of love to give.
He does.
And he doesn't really know how to give it yet.
He loves everyone. I'm so sorry. Trying to answer a text message that's important. Sorry. But yeah, so we've got all the social medias. We'll hopefully have all of the videos up, so if you ever can't watch a live stream, it'll be up on our YouTube, as long as
you can also watch it back on here as well, because it'll stay.
Yeah,
it'll
that's fair.
Here.
It will save here. It
and
won't
it'll
save.
Also be on YouTube.
I don't think it'll save everything. It only saves like so many weeks worth, like back.
Oh, okay.
But at least all of them will be on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Heaven help us that I will get it so that it works next week. I'm really. Yeah,
we don't stream this Thursday. We stream next Thursday. Yeah. Because one of our players is actually in Tech Week for a show.
Yes. A lot of our party are theater people. Just a heads up.
I think we're all theater people.
Yeah. So there's a next week in Evansville, Indiana. There is a community theater production, Shakespeare production, and one of our party members is stage managing it, so she will not be available. So then I believe it's the 19th.
No, what?
Is it the 19th?
Right.
Is our next
No,
game?
You're right. You are right. The 19th is our next game. So, I don't know why. Like I said, time's not real.
It's okay.
That's why I never remember what the day.
Yeah, so August 19th will be our first campaign. I may see in the weeks coming if maybe this next Thursday, if everybody kind of wants to get in and maybe do a chat.
Yeah, that could
And
be
then
fun.
we'd only be down one video. So we can do another chat with the party. Maybe everybody can introduce their characters
Yeah.
and we can kind of do some talking and answering questions or
Yes, we totally can
whatever.
do that.
If anyone would even have questions at this point.
Yeah, if anybody would even have anything.
But yeah, so maybe we'll try that next week tentatively, just to see how the stream holds with these settings and more videos, more of me pulling in videos. Hopefully it shouldn't change because it's all coming through Zoom.
Yes.
In my head, it makes sense that it shouldn't be any more usage on my CPU.
I
If
mean, I
I'm
wouldn't
just
think
literally
so, but
pulling in all of the videos from one source that's already running. So
yeah,
it's gonna be great.
we're doing really well
It's gonna be great.
with all this.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. But yeah. But thank you everybody for coming out today.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
was super fun to talk to y'all for almost 2 full hours.
Yeah, we can
About
talk a lot.
us and life. Oh, we absolutely can.
We can talk a lot.
Yeah, we are probably the two that talk the most often, maybe tied with Drew.
Yeah. And Drew we'll get Drew in here, and then the three of us will we'll do a chat back.
We'll never stop.
We will do a chat back after an episode with the three of us, and it will just last for hours.
Yeah, it'll be like 4 hours long. There's no doubt in my mind that will happen at some point.
But yeah, and thanks if you're watching this on our YouTube or you're watching this on Twitch after we've streamed. Thanks for checking us out. We're mainly here just for our fun, but we want everybody else to have fun too, so we hope that you enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you have any questions or suggestions, like we said, we've got Instagram, we've got
Twitter,
Discord, we've got Twitter.
Discord.
They're all linked on our Twitch page, so shoot us messages, shoot us tweets.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so we'll be here.
Feel free to send DMs. They're open on personal accounts and on the group account.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yeah. Don't judge how much fangirling I do on Twitter, because a lot of the time, not all the time, but like I handle the social media sometimes, and your girl's a very big fan of some people. So just like don't shame me for fangirling. Don't do it. Let me love Abria Iyengar in peace.
Everybody stands. It's okay. Everybody stands something. But yeah, we don't really have a good log out. So thank you for joining us. And we hope you have a good rest of your Sunday.
Yeah. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And we'll see y'all here most likely later this week if we can grab some more people to just do another chat like this. And you'll see our very first streamed episode of actual D&D Thursday, August 19th. I believe we start at 9:30 Eastern, correct?
8:30 Central. Yep.
Yeah, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern.
For about 2 hours.
Yeah, about 2 hours. And we'll see how that goes. But we're all very, 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 very excited.
Everybody's pumped. Everybody's pumped to share with everyone. So, all right. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.